more can I say?
Top billing.
All right, Todd Billing, I know it's in vogue to try to be cute and try to say stuff like, oh, man, that boy Trevor Lawrence is overrated, Steve. Come on, don't do that to yourself. Don't be one of those people, right? Don't confuse someone having a bad game or maybe even a couple of bad quarters with somebody's entire career and the scope of their entire career at that. Come on, man. Trevor Lawrence is still the most talented quarterback in football, period. He has the most arm talent, the most arm strength. He can make any throw, and he's a phenomenal athlete. He's not a good athlete. He's a phenomenal athlete. Anything you can think of, this guy can do. You can put him in any offense. And he's only 19 years old. You hear me? 19 years old. These cats out here 37 years old and stuff like that playing college football. He's 19 years old. And think about all the stuff that he's already accomplished. Like, come on, man, slap you. You got to slap yourself. And he's just getting bigger and stronger. He would be the number one pick in this very draft. And still, in my opinion, if he were allowed to come out. Now, let me clarify, putting on my GM hat. The reason why I say that he will be the number one overall pick, first and foremost, Joe Burrow had a fantastic season, a great season. No doubt about that. He absolutely destroyed it. But think logically, man. You got to think logically and don't be a prisoner of the moment. There's only so far stats can go. Great statistical season, won the national championship, broke all kind of records, did his damn thing, no doubt about that. But, man, people like Timmy Chang and all these guys put up a ton of numbers as well. That doesn't equate to much of anything. Scouting goes beyond just numbers. And we're talking about a one season, right? One season of production from a guy who's 23 years old. Trevor Lawrence, 19 years old, bigger, faster, stronger, had very similar success as far as the production and the wins and everything. He found himself right back in the national title game again. You can say what you want about the competition in this, but he's played high-level competition, been a starter 4 years in high school, maintaining that throughout college and everything like that, man. So come on, if you're a GM, you would be crazy to not draft Trevor Lawrence number one overall, in my opinion. But, hey, that's just one man's opinion. Don't forget, they were still opening up the game like this, right? All right, we see him right here. All right, let's switch it. All right, working up the top here. Got inside leverage being played by Kerry Vincent here, inside technique on an out route. Got your man Justin Ross going against Christian Fulton, beating man coverage, getting a step on him, and that's all it needed. It's all your boy Quick Draw Law needed. See him right here? Now look at his ability, right? People bearing down on him. Doesn't even really get a chance to square his shoulders. Throwing off of his damn, like, what? Like, come on. Look at that. Barely have 1 foot in the ground. 1 foot in the ground. Over the top delivery still. Takes a hit. Takes a licking. Keeps on ticking. Look at that. Step by Justin Ross. Doesn't even have to break stride. Phenomenal. Come on, man. Even something like this may not look like much, but this guy has the strongest arm in football, literally. Like, they put up a graphic. This man had the strongest arm in all of football, not just college football. He had the miles per hour measured was him, Trevor Lawrence. And this was as a true freshman. And being able to take something off of it on this screen. Look at that. Fall away jumper with it. Hit him with a fall away jumper. Lob pass. Right over the shoulders. Most of these cats with these hand cannons would have tried to fire that bad boy in there. Wouldn't be able to put the touch on it. Shoot that bad boy over. You know what I'm saying? Fire that bad boy out there like that. But come on, you can just see the layers of stuff that he's adding to his game. All right, check this out. It originally looks like it's going to be a mesh concept going on. Obviously, you have your 2 drive routes would normally happen right there. But instead, you got Galloway on the drive route. T. Higgins comes, and it looks like it's some type of side adjust, right? Can't totally for sure say that that's what it is, but that's what ends up happening. So instead of driving across the field, he finds the void in the zone, and it's nasty. And you watch Trevor Lawrence go through his reads. So he starts loosey, he's looking left, goes all the way back right. And we see him right here looking right, surveying the land. He can see eyes, right? If you can come across the board and see eyes, then you know it's a zone. So that's probably where this side adjust comes into play. Climb the pocket, a really good pass protection here, but still needs to buy time to find a void in his zone. Climbs it. T. Higgins adjusts. Fires that bad boy in them pings, right? Ping, ping. Quick draw law. Still the Reaper. I'm about to give him that Reaper nickname back. Who's James Blackman? Where's them Florida State fans that got mad at me talking about he was the Slim Reaper? Come on, man. I ain't heard from him since. All right, so let's get to some of the things where I noticed it went a little awry for these guys. Got a flood concept pretty much going off of a shotgun sprint. Gonna have Galloway here on kind of a bluff and then out. Amari Rodgers looks like he's running a seam. Maybe there's a way for him to run it out. Looked like it was going to be a corner route from him, but it was played very well by the LSU defender. Got a clear out route by Justin Ross at the top of the screen. Then a drive route from T. Higgins, flooding the field towards the field side. Now, what I noticed from Clemson this year is you didn't have anybody who can get open extremely quick. I think the loss of Hunter Renfrow, it was something that they really should have thought about, really getting one of these guys in the mode of a Hunter Renfrow. Amari Rodgers could be that, but of course he's coming off an injury. To me, he didn't even look like he was in that good of shape this year because of that injury. And guys like Justin Ross and T. Higgins, they're not going to necessarily get open fast. They'll make spectacular catches, but they're more of your traditional outside receiver types. So they got to get that into the offense next season. Maybe Amari Rodgers can be that. Maybe the Spectre kid, somebody like that. But here we go. Got bluff on the inside zone here, running straight out. Almost looked like it was going to be a read option. Sprinting out. Now look, where is there to go? There's really nowhere to go here. You got to have somebody who can just get open extremely quick, especially when you're going with these combination coverages and they're playing these man spots here. You can see it from his vantage point. There's nowhere to go. This is a difficult throw. Now, this is great by Derek Stingley going against Justin Ross, but the sideline is a defender here. He's trying to throw a back shoulder fade, going against the grain, running to his left as a right-handed quarterback. And look at how much he gets on it. This is why this guy is a freak of nature. That's a lot of velocity on a throw going in that direction, but puts a little bit too much on it. Not able for Justin Ross to react there. There needs to be some type of, had to have been some type of option here to where he could have done something else besides trying to throw the fade on the clear out. And I felt like the offensive line kind of let him down at times. Would have made it to where he really wanted to detach from the pocket a little bit quicker than he would need to. But on plays like this, he knew exactly when to detach. Look at him slip a tackle. Still sprinting out. He was on the move a lot. Got to get this guy credit. He's on the move a lot. He's keeping his eyes up, trying to deliver. Delivery process always on point. All right, I'm not the one to question play calling and all that. I think I'll leave that to the fans, right? No matter what. I know a ton about football, but I'll never profess to know more about football than the professionals out there that are getting paid to call plays, right? So I'll let you guys do that. But I have to believe Tony Elliott will want this one back, right? Because he knows Trevor Lawrence wants to be quick draw, and he wants to go for the jugular vein, much in the mode of a Joe Burrow. But you have a single high safety right here. What don't you do with single high safeties? You don't throw towards them. Posts, seam routes, and everything like that, you don't want to do it. You just don't. So you're going to have pretty much what results in a sluggo by Amari Rodgers. Almost a slanting seam. You have a whip route being ran by Justin Ross at the top of the screen. Corner route, I want to say this is Braden Galloway. And then you have, I think, a clear out route by T. Higgins in the slot and a stop route by Lynn J. Dixon. I'd see why Trevor wanted to do this, but to me, this was a game changer. This lit and fired everyone up on the other side, and I could see the game just go downhill from here. All right, as you can see when we get it rolling here, once again, nowhere to go. He's fixated on the left side because he knows what will develop. I think he originally wants to hit this corner route, but you can see the third coverage, meaning this particular corner will just sink underneath there. He has a third of the field, so that's great on his part to not go there. Glances off, and he sees the whip route being covered to perfection. Where do you go? Backside right here, Lynn J. Dixon was open. So maybe he should have went through all of his reads, but hey, what are we doing here? So he comes off that, and then he sees Amari breaks for the seam. He's breaking right. Look at that. He climbs the pocket, does one of his quick draws, sells this bad boy. He's trying to get it over Patrick Queen here. Really sells it. And, of course, you have a single high safety, a post safety coming. And look at Amari Rodgers jump, man. Jeez. This kid is a freak athlete. I'm telling you, he's going to absolutely crush it next year. A healthy Amari Rodgers is going to be scary. Justin Ross is coming back with a chip on his shoulder. Clemson's offense still going to be scary. Travis Etienne somehow finds his way back. He's 27 years old. Now look, that was scary when I saw it because his knee hit, where his leg hit first and flexed his knee, as we can see here. But let's be real here. Amari Rodgers got hit with that stool softener. He did not have any trouble on the toilet later on that night. As you see right here, he's already preparing for it. Somebody check this man's drawers. All right, had to put this one in here. You got DeAndre Overton on the clear out. You got Justin Ross running a quick out. Then you have T. Higgins, man-to-man coverage, running a speed out. Man coverage. And, of course, you have Trevor on a sprint, on a design sprint. So a levels concept. Now look at this, right? So he could have maybe right here went for the quick out. Of course, he's quick draw, the Reaper. He's trying to kill everybody. But he wants to hit this second level throw. Now look at the window of opportunity. Not very much. Throwing, of course, one leg, on and out, over the top delivery, always perfect with the mechanics. Look at the window of opportunity. And look at the product placement. Oh, what a throw. Great catch by T. Higgins as well. Now, this is what these guys are really good for. But did you see here? Nobody's just open. Like, where are the people who are just wide open, right? You can say what you want to say. Joe Burrow had a lot of that where guys were just completely wide open. Trevor's level of difficulty, especially in this particular game and the game against Ohio State, was pretty high. He's throwing to people who aren't open. He's having to throw people open. He's having to put balls in the tight windows, and stuff of the sort. So that's all I'm saying. I think next season's got to be the year where they scheme it up, with Coach Elliott scheming that bad boy up to where he's getting guys open quick, finding these quick options for it just to be a yards after the catch. I know that they did really well in the first year with the difficulty, the high level of difficulty plays and 50-50 balls. And they're just more athletic than you and more talented than you, with the quarterback being more talented than his receivers. But now they need to just simplify it, make it easy, and take that all the way into the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll have more on this right here. It's getting a little long in the tooth, and I know you guys usually only watch about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you run to the comment section, or some of these people run to the comment section, and then they watch 2 or 3 minutes. So real men watch to the end. # real football heads. # top billing sports. Get at me. As always, man, make sure you tell a friend to subscribe, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And this is where it's at. Accept no imitations. I'm often imitated. I will never be duplicated, no matter how hard these lames try. But it is what it is. So I have more on this with my man Trevor Lawrence. Of course, you know I got to always do the Trevor content. Been doing it since he was in high school here in the state of Georgia. He's still the all-time best player that I've ever seen live in the high school setting. And he's the most talented player, the most talented quarterback to me in the game. So, hey, it is what it is. One man's opinion. Don't get mad. Or if you do get mad, I don't get paid. Ugh. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.